What's up, YouTube? Doomwaves back here with another pickups video, a collection of etc. Volume 2. Let's start off very typically with some stuff that I got got a couple of weeks ago, like in the past couple of weeks. I've made some pickups, some pretty cool stuff, some kind of cheesy stuff, some kind of geeky stuff, but it's all, it's all me, I guess. That's why I call it the collection of etc. Because I'm a very random person. Starting off with a couple of Atari 2600 games I picked up just yesterday, actually, on the July 4th. Went to a CD Tradepost and traded in a bunch of stuff and got a bunch of stuff. So I didn't actually spend anything, but I got about 70 bucks worth of stuff. So let's start off with these Atari 2600 games. I got Defender for the Atari 2600. And another one that I had never heard of, but it looks fun. The cover looks fun, and I'm sure I can find a video of it on YouTube, but that's Moon Patrol for the Atari 2600. I'd like to check that out too. Can't wait to try it. Okay, moving on now to a couple of NES games I picked up at the same place. I actually went to two different CD Tradeposts, but that doesn't matter. One of them was pretty cheap, and it had a great big label on the front of it, and I peeled it off and I kind of screwed up the front label of the game, but I think it was inevitable anyway. I don't know much about this game. It looks a little bit like Star Voyager for the NES, and it's by Acclaim. It's called Destination Earth Star, and I like Star Voyager a lot, so from what I've seen on YouTube, it looks like a fun game. Looks like it can be kind of frustrating though as well. And then I picked up a copy of Gauntlet 2 for the NES. This is a game I had when I was a kid. I had Gauntlet 1 and 2, and very silly of me, I sold them all, sold them both a couple of years ago for one reason or another. Okay, I got one Super NES game, and it's an LJN title, and I've heard that most of these games suck, and I've got a few, and yeah, they're not the greatest games in the world. My one and only NES box game, you can probably see it over my shoulder, is X-Men. Marvel's X-Men for the NES, and yeah, it's kind of rough. But this one just looked awesome on the cover of it, and I don't know anything about it. Something about impulse buying by the cover, and they were cheap, and like I said, I didn't pay cash for any of these. And that's Spider-Man Venom Maximum Carnage. And it's got a blood red card, kind of like Doom does, and I don't know, something about it just really looks appealing, and I really hope that this is a good game. Venom is one of my favorite villains, so I'm hoping this pans out. Not sure if it will, though. A couple of box Genesis games I picked up. I got Alien 3, and also one of my favorite games, and I don't actually own a copy of it till now, until I got the Genesis version, and that's Street Fighter 2. I'm really looking forward to checking out this and see if it's as good as the Super Nintendo version that I have played in the past. I'm sure it will be, so that's awesome. Got a couple of box Genesis games. And to go with those Genesis games, even though I have one Genesis game already, that's Mortal Kombat, I decided I should probably buy a Genesis. So I picked up a Genesis 3. Now, it's a very small console, and that's good enough for me. The unfortunate part is that you can't play the 32X with it. You can't hook up 32X and you can't hook up the Sega CD tube. It sucks because I do want to pick up both of those, but I think I'll just go ahead and get a Sega 2, Genesis 2, to get a Sega CD and get a 32X and just deal with it that way. Oh well, I don't mind. I wanted the Genesis 3 to play these Genesis games, so I went ahead and picked it up on credit, like I said, so it didn't cost me anything. A couple more games got here, not very many more. I picked up this one for the PlayStation 2. It's still got a bunch of labels on the front, and it's Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi. I haven't played it yet, but I am a big fan of the Budokai series. I played 1, 2, and 3. It's complete. It's got the manual and everything. I'm sure it'll be great. I've heard good things about it. I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan as well, so I'm sure it will be awesome. A game that I hadn't heard of, actually, and I saw it at GameStop. That's where I got these Dragon Ball Z, this one and the next one. I got just buy 2 get 1 free used games at GameStop, and this one I hadn't heard of. I'm a fan of the series Quake, but I had never heard of this one, and that's for the Xbox 360. It's Enemy Territory Quake Wars, and I've played this a little bit since I bought it. I played for a few hours. It's actually really fun, and I like that you can play live on Xbox Live, and on the multiplayer, you don't actually have to have a full party of people. You can play with bots if not enough people are actually in your party. So that's cool, I think. It's a good advancement. And the last game I've got here is classic game redone, and it's not complete. It's just the cover and the disc, not the manual, and I was kind of bummed about that. But it was cheap. It was only like $8. I've never played the original. I really want to, and actually I found out that the original, if you play through the campaign on this game and you finish the campaign, you can unlock the original and play the original, and that's Splatterhouse. Now, I love this game. I've only played it for a couple of hours, but it is awesome. I mean, it's gory as crap. There's just blood and monster pieces and parts flying everywhere. You can pick up your own severed limb and use it as a weapon because your arms grow back and stuff like that. And I don't know. It's just awesome. And the voice of the Terror Mask. I can't remember the guy's name. Watched another YouTube video of a playthrough of this game, and it's the voice of Cat from Nickelodeon's Cat Dog. Can you believe that? It's awesome. It's weird to hear him talk like that, though. It's very convincing, though. It's very good voice acting. This is a very fun game. I wouldn't play this if you're squeamish at all. There's lots of blood and guts flying everywhere. Splatterhouse, awesome game. And speeding right along here with my pickup, because I don't know how much time I have left. I'm sure it's not much. Got a couple of VHS tapes. Now this is where my dork comes out. I bought Lord of the Rings, the animated Lord of the Rings. I haven't ever watched it. A friend of mine says it's really good. I'm going to check it out. And here's the mother of all dorkness. I bought Pokemon, the first movie. I love Pokemon, and I love the games. And I've never been that big into the series, actually, but I do like the movies. So, Pokemon, first movie, bought it. And for my final item on my pickups video, I bought Rush Hemispheres on vinyl. This is a great freaking album. I have it on CD, of course, and it's on my iPod and everything, but I just got a record player not that long ago, so I'm kind of collecting some vinyl too, and I had to buy it. It's like, it's at the same CD Tradepost. I got most of this other stuff, and the price was right. It was like $5-6, something like that, so I had to have it. I don't know if I mentioned it. I might have. I don't remember. I've got another pickup video coming up soon, hopefully next week. I'm on vacation and expecting an awesome eBay purchase. I'm not going to let you in on what it is just yet, so you have to stick around for the next edition of a collection of etc. This is Doomwaves. Take care.